Hi, it's Kit Findlay-Bates here, and another video in a series on the blockchain developer labour market. So in the previous one I talked a bit about the problem that traditional companies have and that traditional recruiters have, in that their mindset hasn't shifted into dealing with the kind of candidates that there are out there, and as a result they're missing out on all the good ones. Today I want to talk a bit more about what a blockchain developer is. You see, you can't just advertise a job saying, I want a blockchain developer. You actually need to do your research and work out what it is that you actually want. Because if you say, I want a blockchain developer, a lot of people are going to think that you mean something at the very base level. People who are working at the protocol level, maybe your plan is to launch a new blockchain. And incidentally, if that's your thought, you're making a terrible mistake, because there are plenty of blockchain engines out there. If you think that your project needs a new blockchain to be developed, well, you are not doing your research. I'm sure that you will find something out there that has been going for years that does pretty much what it is that you want. You don't want to write it from the ground up. Just as if you had a database project, you're probably going to find a functional database out there that does what you want. You wouldn't start writing your own database from scratch either in this day and age. Anyway, back to the term blockchain developer. So there are a whole host of areas that have become specialities in the blockchain space. So maybe you want somebody who is security aware. You're dealing with a very sensitive financial project and you want to make sure that the money that is put into your system doesn't get stolen. Well, in that case, you're going to need a blockchain developer with a lot of security knowledge. Maybe it's more about communication. Then you're going to need somebody who has peer-to-peer network knowledge. Maybe your project is based on identity, in which case you're going to need somebody who is aware of the issues surrounding identity and access management. Maybe you're trying to write a DeFi project and you need a smart contract. Well, in that case, you need a smart contract developer. On the other hand, perhaps your project is going to reuse existing code from somewhere like OpenZeppelin. You're just trying to launch an ERC20 token or an ERC721 token. Those are fungible and non-fungible tokens, with a few whistles and bells added, perhaps, if you're being really adventurous. But the main thing is to get it marketed. Well, in that case, you're going to need a blockchain developer with Web3 knowledge, somebody who can interface traditional websites with the smart contract code and the infrastructure that exists to allow websites to access data on blockchains and submit data to blockchains. So heaps and heaps of areas. And if you just put a general advert out there saying, we're looking for a blockchain developer, people in the field are not going to know exactly what it is that's involved. And whereas some people in the blockchain development space are very excited by, for example, non-fungible tokens, other people think they're a load of nonsense. So this is my point in this video. Make sure you do your research. Make sure you make it very clear what it is that you're advertising, because otherwise you'll be wasting your time. And believe me, blockchain developers, if they feel their time is being wasted, they will make snap decisions and just walk away. In that sense, they're kind of like VCs. They have a lot more opportunities than they need, and so they can pick and choose. And they will be looking for reasons to reject you as a recruiter or an employer. So that's it for today's video. I'll see you in the next one soon. Bye for now.